How's it going, guys? I'm back to do another video. I'm gonna be covering some more pickups. It's pretty crazy how I've been able to find some of this stuff on a regular basis, but here you go, guys, another video. So as you guys can see, I have fun moving those things, and I have to get creative on how to transport them because a lot of these things are like 7 feet tall, or some absurdly tall amount, and they have CRTs and they have game controllers and plastics that are fragile. So most of the times I'm having to break these things apart entirely and figure out how they all go together at the same time, so that way I can remember when I get home how to put them together. But you can see here, I take these things up to the base if I have to, depending on what kind of kiosk it is. If it's a narrower kiosk and it can remain assembled, I'll do that. But a lot of these kiosks, you have to do some disassembly to get them to from point A to point B. But it comes with a hobby for me. A lot of these big things are very hard to transport. I don't have a truck, I don't have a trailer, so my only option is to take them apart and fit them in the SUV. A good friend of mine calls that SUV a monster because it always fits stuff in, regardless of how big they are. But I've had some amazing finds, and just showing you a quick collage of pictures of things, how I transport. So let's get right into it, guys. As you can see here, I've got 2 new kiosks to the collection that are pretty exciting to get. They're both, I would say, rare nowadays, especially the Nintendo GameCube one. I think is rare. The large one is pretty rare. But this sucker here, the Wii U here, this is a Best Buy variant. The guy that I got it from. Funny story how I got this kiosk was there was a guy that was trying to get rid of a Virtual Boy kiosk, and so met him and ended up buying it from him. And I asked him just a simple question: "You got another kiosk maybe you're trying to get rid of?" And he's like, "Matter of fact, I do." And so he ended up letting me know he had this kiosk. I was like, "I got a Wii U." I'm like, "Wait, you got a Wii U?" He was like, "Oh, GameStop?" I'm like, "No, this is from Best Buy." And so from there, the conversation led to pictures, and I was like, "I gotta have it. It's different." This is, I would say, much rarer than the GameStop variant. I've seen maybe 1 or 2 pictures of this kiosk, and they're always missing that blue base in the bottom. And so I'm like, you don't ever see these. They're shorter because they sit on a gondola, and they're wider because they have to fit that 4-foot gondola. So they add these extra wings here on the side to kind of make that 4-foot width for the gondola, like my Walmart Switch. This one does not have the Wiimotes. You can see there that the entire bracket is just flat. The guy that owned this added this to it, so this is not original, but it's just flat. It's a gamepad only. My gamepad, unfortunately, right now, well, I added the gamepad and the actual kiosk console. Right now, the kiosk console HDMI isn't working properly, so that's why you're not seeing any images there. But it is fully working there. It came from this one. I got it from Mexico, so it's still in Spanish. I got to change the language settings on it, but it's a kiosk console. So I'm happy with this pickup. It's an awesome find. I don't think I'll ever find another one. They're very difficult. They're made out of MDF. They're not entirely metal. They're much lighter, easier to transport in my opinion. The Wii U, GameStop, those are very bottom heavy. They put a huge plate in the bottom, so they don't tip over because they have to stand on their own. These are more designed to be kind of locked into a gondola, so the constructions are entirely different from the other one. A lot of this stuff is just Velcroed in and locked in place, honestly. I can remove those bottom panels, just pull them because they're Velcroed in. Same thing on the other side. And I mean, there's like 2 bolts here that grab the top, and this entire section just comes out and you can have access to the TV. So it's a much different design. Now, down to the GameCube, guy local Meyer, like 30 minutes from here, made a listing on it. And luckily I ended up to, same thing with Nintendo 64, I had a chance to see it before, right as he posted it, just lucked out on that. And when I saw it for sale, I immediately called him, reached out to him like, hey, I'm very interested in it. That same afternoon, went to go look at it and picked it up. Took it apart, really nice guy. I really enjoyed talking to him, it was fun. He helped me take it apart. We both didn't know how to take it apart, so I brought my tools and we both got to it, and he was really nice to help me, load it on the car and everything. But to kind of go over the kiosk, it came with the magazine holders or the brochure holders on each side, so I was very happy. Fortunately, only one side had the actual entire internal bracket to attach to the actual kiosk, so I had to make my own on that side. But I added some Nintendo Power magazines there from the GameCube era on the side there. Thought it looked cool. It's a little bit off. Maybe I'll fix it later. It's supposed to kind of look flush like that one. But I was able to add it too and add some more Nintendo Power. As you can see, this one kind of moves a little bit because it's a custom bracket. I went to Lowe's and just figured it out. Kind of just MacGyvered it there. I will say for these kiosks, remove the fluorescents. Get rid of them. No matter what you have in, if you have the original fluorescents, get rid of them. They're gonna destroy your kiosk. The reason I say this, it had the original fluorescent inside here. Mario's talking, and it cooked. So this is supposed to be more lighter gray. It looks brown. I don't know if you can see in the picture. It looks much browner than it should be. It should look like this. It's a little bit more darker. I guess maybe in the camera's not showing it. So it'll dry the oils inside the plastics and make them brittle and prone to cracking because it gets too hot. So get rid of it. Put LEDs. I just threw in an LED strip from a TV in there. I still haven't even organized it properly. That's why you see some hot spots for the light. I don't care right now. I just kind of wanted to slap it together for now. Those LEDs don't get hot. They don't cause warping issues, and it's perfect solution. You know, get a lot of light output and almost no heat. Same thing here. See, that marquee has two fluorescents inside of it. It gets too hot. It cooked it, turned this into a dark brown as opposed to this color, gray. And it cooked it and it just got super brittle. Now what I ended up doing was I ended up putting plastic conditioner to make it supple again. And then I reinforced it with some plastic adhesive that I came across that kind of sticky and webby to kind of reinforce it so it won't bend as much anymore. But I will have to replace this. This is not going to be left this way. I'm going to figure out some guy that can make me some replacements because it's just, you know, some guy can vacuum form this and create it too. It's not that difficult. It came with this little magnet here for Nintendo Power. Go ahead and call it. See if they're still around. And yeah, I can show you here. This side was a little bit more intact. I added tape here because I added glue and it was kind of flexing to open. So I put the tape there to kind of hold it in place. And then I added the adhesive to it. And so I'll leave it there for a while. And then after it really cures and dries, and I'll take it off so it won't flex anymore. Here it wasn't flexing, but I added adhesive as well. I added washers to kind of make sure that I don't damage the plastic and I don't have to over tighten it. But marquee lights up perfect. I mean, I just went to Walmart, bought one of these lights. I bought two. I bought an 18 and a 24. The 24 will fit in, but because of the power plug, it won't fit perfect. So I ended up going with the 18-inch, and it works perfect. Simple $8 solution. The TV lights, simple $5 solution. I mean, you don't need too much. These custom brackets I made here, they're right there. Those are like under 10 bucks from Lowe's. So, you know, you gotta get practical, figure it out. But awesome pickup. Awesome guy that I bought it from. He had it for over 7 years. I mean, he had it in his garage, but I mean, it's made out of metal, and luckily it wasn't in a rust area, you know, or like it was, you know, damp area and rusting. So perfect to add to the collection. I'm so happy I added this. Now my garage has, you know, another wall of kiosks, you know. So I'll go over this real quickly. So I ended up getting a PlayStation 3 with the original TV. I think it's only missing the original console and the original controller with controller bracket, but it's really clean. You can see there, super clean. I'm actually gonna sell this. This is one of the earlier model PlayStation 3 kiosks. The later model ones will say PS3, not actually worded out like this. They'll be in blue, and this is actually in red. So this is a very early model. It has the original TV, thankfully. Has the keys and everything back there, kind of. So it's a box where it locks in. It's a really clean one. I'm surprised I got this for a really good deal, but it's actually gonna go on its way out. It's already pretty much sold. I'd have someone picking it up. You know, still got my Play Choice, still got my Mario Brothers, but Another cool wall there that I've added to collecting. I am really out of space now. I need to figure something out ASAP. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. I mean, it was quick and dirty, but enjoy. Have a good one. Oh, and happy 4th of July, because have fun.